Hello everyone, a little bit more of my Ramadan diary. Now, one thing that I think has been very interesting has been Twitter. Wow, I left these signs in here and I didn't realize it. That the Twitter post of me holding up this sign um, was retweeted by quite a few people. Yesterday, I think there were maybe 5 people. Today, it's like 35 people retweeted it. It was copied onto a link, and I've gotten quite a few responses. I mean, so, wow. Some other things that have happened has been, originally I was thinking of just maybe waiting until the very end to try the Islamic prayers, but I actually am not having as difficult a time with that as I thought. I'm not reciting anything. What I what my experience of doing the 5, I think, salats, um, I'll do more research on the terminology later. But what my experience of doing them is basically what I do is I open up a YouTube video of someone doing them and kind of listen to it. I There was one video that was had subtitles for what was being said. Um, but yeah, I'm starting to add the prayer in. Originally, my excuse for avoiding it was it's a part of daily Islamic life. It's not a part of Ramadan. But I think it is adding more to it. I think uh, the portions where I'm on my knees during those prayers is ironically, I should be used to it, but it's ironically the most physically discomforting part. Um, but it's been an interesting experience. The downside of all of this, my dad, basically, is basically an atheist, raised me to be proud of my Jewish heritage, very disappointed when I converted to Christianity, and he has definitely made it clear that he is not happy with me observing Ramadan. Um, I know typically the story is a fundamentalist family and they're mad at someone for liking rock and roll. Yeah, for me it's a little bit different in my house. Anyway, getting off topic. But yeah, neither of my parents are too happy with me observing Ramadan, but after seeing all the hearts that I've touched over Twitter, I mean, yes, it's social media, yes, it feels like it, yes, it's kind of a bit different, but after all the hearts that I've touched, it's like I am definitely very glad that I'm observing Ramadan. And I'd like to thank those who have expressed their gratitude myself. I would like to, yeah, I'm definitely grateful that a lot of people are grateful. And I was worried about offending Muslims by observing Ramadan, but the response is the exact opposite. And I think something else I'm kind of disappointed with is that I saw quite a few pictures of Muslims taking part in Muslims for Lent, and not as many Christians observing Ramadan in response. Um, Part of it, I think, admittedly, is that Ramadan's a much, much more difficult fast. It's much shorter, um, but it's much more difficult, especially during the summer when the sun rises very early and it sets very late. And with Lent, you're giving one thing up for for a while. But overall, it's been a wonderful experience. Now, um, tomorrow and part of the day after that, I will be traveling, and there is an exception made during fasting, during traveling, and when there are health issues. Also for women during menstruation. I'm guessing possibly, I guess pregnancy counts as a health issue or a medical condition. Possibly, I'm not sure. But I do intend to make up the days later on. Something I was very glad I found out about, in fact, was I asked part of over social media is I ended up asking a Muslim about if there are any specific rules on when to make up for the missed days during fasting, and it was basically any day is fine as long as it's not Eid. I'm probably mispronouncing it, or the first day of it, and that's basically the first day after Ramadan, from what I know, and it's supposed to be a very joyous and festive time, and you're not supposed to fast on that day. So it's kind of interesting that so I can make it up anytime but not that day. So but I do intend to do it. Something I'm liking about Ramadan and Islam is that there are exceptions for a lot of things. Like if you can't pray at the exact prayer time, do it later during the day. With fasting, if you can't fast that day, um, then you make it up later on. But anyway, thank you for watching. Allahu Akbar.